Hello everyone, I'm Fizz. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where I am joined by Charlotte, my AI mission companion. She will tell you all about what we're doing today, and let's get started. Good morning, Charlotte.
Good morning, Fizz. Ready for another day of space exploration in Kerbal Space Program? What's on the agenda for today's mission?
Well, Charlotte, today we are going to be achieving orbit, but I believe you know that already, so why don't you tell all the viewers exactly what we're going to be doing and say hi.
Hello again, viewers. As Fizz mentioned, today's mission is focused on achieving a stable orbit around Kerbin. This is a key milestone in any space program and sets the foundation for future missions, be it moon landings or voyages to other planets. We'll be covering essential steps like rocket design, the launch profile, and the all-important circularization burn to make sure our orbit is stable. Stay tuned for an educational and entertaining experience.
Thanks, Charlotte. This is going to be very exciting. Let's get this set up here.
You're welcome. Fizz. Achieving orbit is indeed a momentous occasion, and I'm looking forward to assisting you and sharing insights with our viewers as we aim for this significant milestone in Kerbal Space Program. Let's get started.
Sounds good. Okay, so in the last episode, for anybody who didn't see it, we did some missions that were just, getting off the ground and getting into the atmosphere, basically, or out of the atmosphere, actually. And we got some science, so we have 103.4 science, because we did a bunch on the way up, and then in space, in the suborbital trajectory that we were in, and then we came down and splashed down in the water and we did more science. So now we have a bunch of science so we can get some new rockets, basically. So we're going to get the Reliant and the Thumper here. The Reliant is a liquid fuel engine, the Thumper is a solid fuel booster, so we're going to grab those. And then we also want the stability ones here, so the radial decouplers are going to be really useful. And yeah, we're going to grab those. We should be able to get a bunch of good stuff here. The Terrier is a really good engine for in space. It's good in a vacuum, so we're going to definitely want that. And the FLT400 fuel tank is a much larger fuel tank than what we have currently, so that's also going to be really useful. So let's grab that stuff. Now we have 20 science left. I don't think we're going to have enough for anything else. I did want to get... wait, did we not get that? I don't think we got that. Let's see if we ended up getting the heat shield. Heat shield would be useful, but I think we can still manage without it for now. But let's see. So we want to go into thermal here. Oh, we did get the heat shields. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to build our first orbital rocket. Orbital rocket. And I guess let's ask Charlotte what she thinks we should build. I'm probably just, she doesn't know what we have specifically, but let's just see what she has to say. So what do you think, Charlotte, about the rocket that we need to get into an orbit around Kerbin? And I'm going to just build something while she's talking.
For a mission to achieve a stable orbit around Kerbin, the rocket design is crucial.
Of course.
You'll want to focus on the following aspects. Delta V. Aim for a total delta V of around 3,400 m/s to reach low Kerbin orbit, LKO. Make sure to allocate sufficient fuel to achieve this. Staging. Properly sequence your stages to maximize efficiency.
Yes.
Your lower stages should have higher thrust for the initial liftoff, and upper stages can focus more on efficiency. Reliability. Include essential components like parachutes for safe re-entry and landing. as
call.
well as solar panels or batteries to maintain electrical charge. Aerodynamics. Utilize nose cones and winglets for stability during the ascent.
Yes.
Remember, it's better to have a little extra delta V than to fall short, especially if this is one of your first attempts at orbiting Kerbin. Feel free to conduct test flights and make adjustments as needed.
Alright, thanks Charlotte, that was really useful.
You're welcome. Fizz, I'm glad you found the information useful. Good rocket design is the cornerstone of a successful mission. If you have everything set up correctly, achieving orbit should go smoothly. Looking forward to seeing how the mission unfolds.
As am I, Charlotte, as am I. Okay, so we've got like a basic setup here. Now the staging is a little wonky, so I'm gonna separate the decoupler with the parachute, and then I'm gonna check here. So we've got the swivel down here, and it's attached to 2 fuel tanks, and then once that's done burning, then we're going to decouple, and actually we're gonna need some side boosters as well. So let's go with the radial decouplers here. I think we'll just we'll go with these ones, and I think 2 boosters should be enough, I believe. But let's see. So I'm actually going to put this up higher, and then I'm going to put the dumpers. We got dumpers, we got hammers. Let's see which one. 400. Yeah, these are probably better. So I'm going to pop these on here. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Oh. Okay, now I'm gonna want to move these down because I want. Come on, yeah. Oh no, not rotate. Move. I want the ejection point to be up higher so that they actually push off and don't, hit the rocket basically. So we could probably move this down also. Yeah, that should be good. And then let's go with we need aerodynamics, so we need these here. And Charlotte also very thoughtfully mentioned winglets, so let's put 3 of them. Is that good? Let's see. That's not in the way. Yeah, that's good, I think. This is kind of a weird one. Let's see. Center of mass and center of thrust. So the center of thrust is way down here. That actually might not be good. We're gonna want to bring this up, I think, so that it's right kind of. Oops. Yeah, that's probably better. Oh wait, why is it? Oh, I see. We have it on 3 now. We don't want 3. We want 2. I forgot what the shortcut is to change to cycle the symmetry. I'm gonna have to look that up. I could also ask Charlotte. Charlotte, what's the shortcut key to toggle symmetry or cycle symmetry count? She didn't get that.
In
X.
Kerbal Space Program, the shortcut key to toggle symmetry modes while in the vehicle assembly building or spaceplane hangar is the X key. Each press will cycle through the available symmetry options, which range from no symmetry to various radial options. The Shift plus X key combination will cycle through the options in reverse order. Utilizing symmetry is crucial for maintaining a balanced and stable craft.
Charlotte, you're really useful. Where have you been all my life? Let's see.
I'm glad you find my assistance valuable. Fizz, while I haven't been around for your whole life, I'm here now to help make your Kerbal Space Program missions as successful and educational as possible. Let's keep pushing the boundaries of space exploration.
I love it. Okay, So yeah, like literally she told me exactly what I wanted in terms of the keybinds, so that's really cool. I think that's fine. It's not blocking the door. Just in case though, let's move this over. And let's move this over. That should be good. Alright, and this can be moved over one. Okay, so we got some science here for when we get into space. We also have this, let's see, what else is... Let's just test this out and see if it works. So, I think we should have enough. So let's go. Oh, craft is too heavy. Oh boy. Okay. So what we need to do in that case is go back. Oh yeah, and also I forgot one thing that I wanted to do was I have the fizz and fuzz flag. I actually want to change that. So now, if you look, we have the fizz and fuzz flag at the back, and we also have the fizz and fuzz flag on the ship. And any flags that we put on the surface of a planet will also have the fizz and fuzz flag. So that's kind of cool. So let's leave and let's see if we can upgrade some stuff. I believe that the fact that the rocket is too heavy is, I think it's because of the launch pad can't handle it. So let's upgrade that. Vehicle assembly building is fine right now, but we can also, yeah, it's too expensive, but we should be good now. So let's go back in here. And let's go, should be good on the crew. We've got Jebediah, and we will launch. I think the staging was all good. Oh, I didn't check all the thrust to weight ratio stuff. I'm sure that's fine also, but let's just double check here. Let's see, loading screen, come on. Oh, that was a long one. This is a long one. There we go. Okay. Thrust to weight is 1.99, 1.68. Oh, 0.37, but that one we're already going to be in space, so that's fine. All right, let's go. SAS on, throttle up. 3, 2, 1, blast. Okay, so we're going to want to pitch to 90 like last time, so we'll start doing that right now. Not too much though. We don't want to get too far ahead of the apoapsis. Oh, sorry, the prograde marker here. So let's just kind of let the craft tilt itself. We're kind of gonna just correct the heading here a little bit. Okay, so close all these. I'm getting a little bit of drag here. You can see on the ship, but it's fine. Let's check what our apoapsis is. 21. That's fine. So we're going to run out of solid fuel here in a second, and then we're going to decouple those guys, and then we're going to get this engine going and fix the rotation a little bit again, and let's try and get back on course here. Let's lower this, actually. We're going a little fast. We're going to push to 90 here. The prograde marker will catch up eventually. I think we're going a little too fast in the atmosphere, but that's okay. We should be fine. And if we're not, no big deal. Jebediah went for a nice little flight again. Okay, so let's kill the engine here and let's get up higher. So I'm gonna just time warp until we get to almost 70. That should be good. Okay, now we want to hit the marker here again, and then let's burn not too much. Now what we're trying to do is I'm trying to circularize the orbit here, so you can see where are we? You can see that the line here is getting longer and longer. So we don't actually have this information, the time to reach information yet, so I'm just kind of guesstimating. But as long as we stick to the as long as we stick to the prograde marker here, we should be okay. We don't want to get too far away from the apoapsis basically. So that's why I'm burning slower, or with not as much force. And we want to get this periapsis number down out of the negatives and into about 70 kilometers. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a circularized orbit. It's going to be apoapsis is going to be sticking way out, I think. But that's okay. We just want to get an orbit. That's all we care about right now. Okay, so now that engine is done. So now we're going to decouple that. Then we're going to fire the Terrier. Now the Terrier is more efficient in a vacuum, so I'm just going to increase the throttle a little bit. You can see that the periapsis is coming down seemingly better now. Once we get an orbit, then I'm going to be doing some of the science here. Because we want to get into orbit before we do the science, because we haven't gotten science in an orbit yet. So let's keep sticking to the prograde marker here. Now, once Jebediah achieves an orbit, I think he's going to level up again. So then he should have apoapsis and periapsis, or sorry, why do I keep saying that? Prograde and retrograde markers that I can just get him to point to. But right now I just kind of have to do it myself, so it's all good. Okay, so we're almost there. So now you can see here, we've almost circularized here. And then you'll start seeing the marker coming up on the other side. 40, 60. There we go. So our apoapsis is now 134 kilometers and our periapsis is 71. So that is an orbit, folks. So let's do some science. Charlotte, we did it. We're in orbit.
Congratulations. Fizz. Achieving a stable orbit around Kerbin is a major accomplishment in Kerbal Space Program. This milestone opens the door for more complex missions, like moon landings or interplanetary travel. Well done to both you and our viewers for being part of this significant event. Now, what's next on our space agenda?
Well, Charlotte, next we have to actually land safely, and then I guess we'll see. I think we're probably going to be told to do a flyby of the Mun.
Sounds like a solid plan. Fizz. Safely landing back on Kerbin will complete this phase of our mission. It's essential to time the D-orbit burn correctly and make sure the parachute is properly staged for a successful landing.
Yes.
After that, a flyby of the Mun would be an excellent next step. It's a more complex mission, but would set us up well for future interplanetary travel. Of course, mission directives might change, but it's always good to be prepared for whatever comes next.
This is very true. Okay, so I guess the science that I did last time counted towards being in space, so I can't really get that. I did do the mystery goo twice. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Did I do this? Log. Yeah, I did that already. So actually what I'm going to do is I still have a decent amount of fuel left. Let's see. Let's get the contract parameters here. So we orbited Kerbin, so we got a bunch of money and science and stuff for that. We didn't tell the recovery team that you'd be staying in space, so they're still looking. Great job. Okay. The recent accomplishments. So we entered orbit. Okay, perfect. So what I want to do now is, now that we kind of have we have the orbit here. Now we can't see our periapsis and apoapsis markers, but if we push on this side here, I believe, let's see, I think we're on the apoapsis side right now. So if I push here, you'll see that my periapsis is increasing. I actually want to get my apoapsis up to maybe like 200. Maybe we can run some science, or 250 would be good even. We can run some science up there, because that will be in a high orbit. So I think that should count, but let's see. That's good. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to come around to this side. So I'm gonna, I'm going to time warp up to that point. 220, 230, 240, and 250. Okay, so now if I do a crew report, let's see. Yeah, now I'm getting science, so that's good. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done both mystery goos. That's okay. There's gonna be plenty of opportunities for us to be in space to do that. So I'm going to do an EVA report. We're not gonna remove our helmet. That would be very bad. Let's keep this experiment, and then go back inside, and we'll do the temperature scan, more science, pressure data, more science. Perfect. Okay, so we actually, yeah, we have a ton of fuel left over, so we definitely over-engineered this rocket, but that's okay. Like Charlotte said, it's better to over-engineer than under-engineer. So now what we're going to do is we're going to point, we're going to get the SAS on. We're going to point retrograde, and then we're going to let's get to, we don't have maneuver nodes or anything. Okay, so now we gotta warp to the other side here. Now ideally you want to land as close to the Kerbal Space Center as you can. It's not like a huge deal, but you do get more money back when you do that. So if I'm gonna, oops, wrong burn. So I want to bring my apoapsis down. That will kill some of my speed. You can see my orbital speed is dropping, and my apoapsis is also dropping. And while we're also doing that, our periapsis is dropping. So now you can see that the periapsis is now at a point where we're going to be in the atmosphere and we'll be producing drag. Actually, and I don't want to be producing drag at that point, so I'm just going to increase the periapsis again to about 60. There we go. And then what's going to happen is, as we come around and we enter the atmosphere, the craft is going to slow down and it's going to start losing altitude, and then hopefully we'll be close to the KSC, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to go back to this view here, and then I'm going to point retrograde again, just like that. And then I'm going to time warp, and we're going to see as we get lower, kind of on the dark side of the planet right now. Okay, and then the time warp is going to actually cancel because now we're in the atmosphere, so the physics simulation can't be running so fast because it would cause problems. So we're going to just point over here again, and then we will warp to the fastest that we can warp right now. And yeah, so Charlotte was saying that we need to time the deorbit burn correctly and make sure the parachute is properly staged. Now, those two things are both correct. So once I get to about 60, I'm going to start burning, I think. We're still pretty far from the KSC. We're not gonna land anywhere near it. But however close we can get is fine. Actually, if we keep this, let's just see what happens. We're gonna keep this. I'm not gonna burn yet. Let's just see how much aero braking does. So yeah, while we're doing that, let's talk to Charlotte. So Charlotte, we were able to get into orbit and everything is good. We're coming down for a landing now. How do you think things have been going so far? Takes her a little bit to answer. I was cutting that stuff out in the first episode, but just those lags in her conversation. But she's really thinking.
I'd say things have been going exceptionally well. Fizz, achieving orbit is no small feat, and it sets the stage for more complex missions in the future.
Yeah, you mentioned that
As we
already.
prepare for landing, it's important to focus on our deorbit burn and the parachute deployment to ensure a safe return to Kerbin's surface. If we can nail this landing, it'll be a great indicator of the success of future missions, including those potentially beyond Kerbin's sphere of influence.
Okay, so she kind of just repeated herself, but that's okay. All right, so now we're coming down. I'm still. I had to because we were going back into orbit again, so I had to do that burn. But yeah, see, you can see we're going to be landing kind of off the coast, kind of far from KSC, but that's okay. No biggie. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, although we still have some fuel left, I'm going to decouple this because let's shut down the engine first, and then I'm going to decouple this kind of this direction, because we don't want to land with that extra weight. I don't think we're going to be able to, it's not going to be able to support us basically. Or we're, I don't know, what am I saying? We're not gonna be able to land with that. Our speed is gonna be too high. So, and I also have the heat shield here now, so this should be good. Okay, so now we're just going to fast forward, and you can see the heat shield is taking on some of the heat, which is good. But yeah, we're all good. It wasn't really necessary. All right, so as we come down here, I'm going to just, oops, yeah. We're going to deploy the parachute. The parachute should auto-deploy, but I always just do it because it makes me nervous. I don't like leaving it to chance, basically. All right, so we're coming down, and we're going to plop down into the ocean again, as I mentioned. So we had a successful orbit. Everything was all good. Parachute just deployed. We're still coming down at full time warp, basically. But yeah, I'd say that was pretty successful. A little over-engineered, like I said, but all good. And we have splashdown, Charlotte. Thank you so much for your help, and yeah, that was really good. Okay, so I'm going to recover the vessel.
You're welcome. Fizz, a successful splashdown is the perfect way to cap off a mission.
Indeed.
Congratulations on not only achieving orbit, but also safely returning to Kerbin. It's been a great learning experience, and I'm sure our viewers appreciated the journey as well. I look forward to assisting you with future missions, be they flybys of the moon or even interplanetary voyages. Well done.
Thanks, Charlotte. So I think we're going to end the episode here. Is there anything that you want to tell any of our viewers? Here we got 98 science.
Certainly. Fizz, to the viewers, thank you for joining us on this exciting mission to achieve orbit and safely return to Kerbin. These are fundamental skills in Kerbal Space Program that pave the way for more ambitious missions. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, there's always something to learn and explore. Stay tuned for more spacefaring adventures and educational insights in upcoming episodes. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right. Before I actually sign off on the episode here, let's just get some of this science spent. So let's see. General construction. Container mount cardboard boxes. Oh, the struts. The struts are good. The crew cabin is good. We can get a nice flag to put on the side. The stability enhancers are good. I think, let's see, we have 98. This is 45. I'm not going to get the aviation stuff because I'm not going to do anything with planes just yet. But I'm going to be able to pick 2 of these. So let's see. Probably this. Because we want the battery packs and the antenna. Yeah, so let's get that. And let's get the... was it this? Yeah, this one. That's good. Perfect. Now, let's see. So we got, what's this? Oh yeah, return from orbit. Okay, so now what's, is Jebediah leveled up now? He's, I think he's still at the same thing that he was at before. Let's see, astronaut complex upgrade will give us, oh yeah, unlimited active Kerbal. We don't need that. Money, we have 302,000. That's too expensive. Eventually we're gonna want to increase this so that we can get more parts. But I think this is probably gonna be better right now. So let's upgrade that. Can we also afford this? No, we can't. Okay, that's fine. Missions for next time. Let's see. What do we got here? Explore the Mun. Yes, we want that. So let's grab that one. That's gonna be a good one. So that's what we're gonna do next time. Ferry two tourists safely back to their destination and back. So they want to go to a suborbital space flight. That's easy enough. We could potentially do that, but I'm not gonna take that one right now. All right, so we're good. So we made it. We made it back to the planet safely, as Charlotte said, and yeah. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please leave a like and leave your comments on anything that you would like to see in this series. Anything you want me to ask Charlotte, maybe. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Please drop a sub if you haven't already and join the Discord. The link is in the description of the video. And we will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.